Hello, everyone. Welcome back to this series on democratizing artificial intelligence in three steps. We are in dialogue with Dr. J.B. Sima, who is a practitioner of AI and an evangelist who has been doing multi domain, multi technology based AI projects across large scale production systems. Today, we are going to discuss about the next three questions or three steps that you may ask as a novice to where do I begin my AI journey? How do I simplify AI journey? I have seen maybe I have mastered the tools, but still I am not very sure what is the AI journey going to be. So we are going to ask these three questions to Dr. Sima. That the first question is that in my AI journey, what is the first step or first strategic reason that I must have to begin that journey?
To answer this question, I always suggest get the data. So just get the data. Data may be there in your enterprise, but put it in Excel. Just put the data in Excel. That is the first step. Knowing what data is available for making decisions, learning from the data, getting data is the first step. Get the data onto the board.
You mean a set of numeric data, or because when we say data, the data comes in all kinds of forms, and that intimidates most of the people. So I have to look at text, I have to look at images, I have to look at videos, or shall I begin somewhere? What kind of data?
That's a good question. Actually, if you ask me, you should start your journey with the structured data. No images, no text, no speech, no additional data. Don't bring variety. It's just numeric data. Just get numeric data, some inputs, some outputs, bring that here and keep it here. The modeling starts, the AI starts. So just look at how do I get structured data. Trust me, though the explosion of big data is happening, 90% of business runs with structured data. They don't run on Facebook videos and other things. So just get the structured data into your Excel. That's the first step.
But you also mentioned that the data has to have certain inputs and outputs. Now, there, if you could throw some light, so you mean that it has to be labeled, or it has to be what is the output, or is it any?
For example, I will take a simple example. You are advertising on TV, you are advertising on newspaper, and you are sending pamphlets to the homes. You have spent some money on each of them. And 200 pamphlets has been sent, 2 minutes of video has been played on the TV, and 3 advertisements have been given. The cost of all of this is there, and the number of times that has been done is there. So, all of that, how much is the response? Let's get this. This is the input data. How much I have spent, how many I had done, how many responses are there is the output. So let us get these two data. Then try to map whether advertising on TV is good, advertising on pamphlets is good, advertising in some other means like newspaper is good. That we can get that based on the. So that's a simple problem. It's a simple problem. We can get into complex problem called as market mix later. But as of now, just get these three inputs and one output.
So if I am looking at little more long-term career building, I understand data and I can get the data. But you have just brought in another elephant in the room, which is the domain. How do I get these domain understanding? I am still trying to understand how marketing works, or how marketing mix works, or how campaign management works. So where do I begin again?
Yes. In fact, all AI should be driven by business, not business driven by AI. So that becomes difficult. Though the hype is like that, the fundamentally the business will be driving that. If there is no need for AI, if the business is running without AI, why do you need AI? It is not needed. So it is needed when you want to replicate what business is doing. And what business is doing, you can understand explicitly when you talk to the business team, when you understand what are the rules they are using to drive this business, how they are looking at this data and trying to decide whether I advertise in newspaper or in a TV channel or possibly to the pamphlet, they will decide. They have the rules. First, get those rules. Understanding the domain is the best part to get into the data science. And also, you are a no code data scientist, or possibly you're a data scientist who are just entering. It is necessary for you to understand, get some big picture, if not the full picture of the enterprise, get some picture from the business perspective. Talk to the business team, get their domain rules, how they are running this. That's the second step, always you should do.
Yeah, I think that sounds doable. So I would take a simple business problem, understand the rules by talking to two or three domain experts, and then build certain rules in my Excel data which I have captured. Okay, then what? What is the third step?
Third step is basically at the end of the day, if I don't trust, I don't use it. So business manager is running the rule because he trusts his rule. That's the reason he is trying to implement it and he stands by that. Now, if you want to say that your rule is better than that, you have to prove. Proof is the way. And to prove, you have to validate. So validation is an art and a science. The science comes from statistics, art comes from communication. So you should know how to validate it with the business experts. Understand if they are getting 10% result with your model, they will get 11% result. Prove that. The moment you prove something, they are ready to accept it. So validation is the third step everybody should master. Validation is not just okay, I'm giving this, but you have to communicate it well to the domain team. So because at the end of the day, the response you get from the domain team is the result of your communication, your validation. So your validation should be scientific in terms of, is it really better than the model that been used by the domain expert in terms of simple rules? If yes, in what way? Is it reducing time? Is it increasing profit? Is it reducing cost? Is it increasing safety? Prove that. Validate it and prove it and communicate it to the domain expert.
So you mean that an AI engineer must also commit results in terms of business results, as in not just a better model to in your response modeling which you have mentioned about campaign results. Are you suggesting that they must commit certain business results?
Yes. Actually, if you look at the AI engineer, whether we call him as data scientist, business analytics professional, whatever it is, if he is solving business problems, the bottom line is prove my system is inferior to your system. If they cannot give that, I don't see why I have to adopt AI, because AI is costly. Why should I adopt it? That's number one. Number two, the if he's a pure programmer and if he's working in an area like image processing and other things, all of the things are not necessary. Accuracy is more than sufficient. False positives, if you reduce, that's more than sufficient. But in case of business, they are taking decisions based on your suggestion. And like if the business owner is failing, he takes the responsibility. I cannot assign responsibility for AI without understanding. I cannot tell because of AI rules have come and I cannot do. It's not possible. You have to explain. So it is very much necessary. You have to say why your rules are better than the business rules currently used. Unless the proof is there, they are not ready to accept it. It is a necessity.
Okay. So shall we overturn this order in which we have discussed? You told first data, then get the business rules, and then validate and test the results? Or shall we start with the business problem? Or the rules first, get the data accordingly, and then validate? Or is it?
I still go with take the data first, because the moment you start thinking like domain expert, you are not validating the data. You look for what he has told and say it's okay, it's not okay. Rather get the data, build your models, and understand the business rules and validate both of them where it is not okay. And that gives you an edge, which is called as calibration of the business rule itself. Business rule the business system has may not be wrong. It may be ineffective because of some kind of tuning that is required. That you can do if you have data. So still I stick with data first, business rules next, validation last.
So you heard Dr. Sima helping you unravel the AI fundamentals very clearly. I think this is very much doable. We all can identify a set of data from any of our systems, sit with our friends in the domain or in the business, understand why have they collected that data, how this data is coming in, and then try to understand their pain points and see whether any of your AI models can solve this through the techniques that which we will discuss further, and then give them back a good result which could be maybe a mind or eye opener for them. So we are hoping that you would take complete ownership of your AI journey by getting and solving the right problems and for the right stakeholders. So thank you so much, Dr. Sima. It
Thank
was
you very
very
much.
insightful, and looking forward to your comments down in the description. We are going to put a series of helpful resources there, and if you like it, do share and do subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much.